Morning. How nice is this weather? Have a lovely day. I'm coat mode though because it's going to be single digits later. Today I'm going to have another go at the zoo. Third time lucky and over a year in the making. See what happens. I'm reminded the importance of leaving at the correct exit from stations because of their size. When I came to Ueno Park last week, I went out the wrong exit and I said to myself, I'll just find my way there. And I did eventually. It took like, 20 odd minutes to find it. This time, I came out of the park exit and I'm instantaneously in the right place. All from the same station. So check your exits, people, it matters. And we are once again on the walk to Ueno Zoo. Much busier here today. So probably quite busy in the zoo as well. But I'm hardly going to get it to myself, am I? Hopefully I'll be able to get close enough to see things. Well, would you look at that? It's open. Amazing. Now we just have to buy a ticket. Hooray! Pleasingly small queue also. I did it, I'm here, and adjusted for my currency, it cost £3.16 for me to come to the zoo. For reference, when I go to Ueno Zoo, which is in my country near me, it's like £15 to £20. This cost £3. This country, man, is so cheap for just so many things. Right, time to start exploring. If I was sensible, I'd have a plan, but I'm not sensible. Just going to wander around. This is the kind of thing I was afraid of. Want to see things? Good luck to you. I guess you'll get there eventually. Patience is a virtue. I waited to get to the front and I did not move till I got the shot. We get there in the end. Very cool. Sumatran tigers. Beautiful things. Look at these tapirs. Just enjoying the sunshine. It's proper sunbathing right there.
Meeting in the middle is not possible.
So to see the pandas, there's currently a queue of 50 minutes. Look at that. Wow.
We have an announcement.
This is the
for our
kind of thing I expected, I
Please
guess.
line up with everyone in the group. Meeting in the middle
We'll
is
see
not
if I feel like
possible.
doing that. Well, I may regret this, but I figure I've gone 6,000 or 7,000 miles. I can wait an hour in a queue for pandas. It is a really long queue though. It goes on and on and on and on. So it's going to be a while. This queue really is the longest of all time. You just weave back and forth over and over again. It seems that that's the way out. So these are the people that survived this eternal queue and have seen pandas. Whereas we are going to be here for a while. That does appear to be the front of the queue. So these are people that have gone all the way around. Don't know how much longer it's going to take me to get there, but it's good to see there is a front of the queue. They give you 1 minute to look at every one of these black posts they put across. They give you 1 minute in that zone. They time it till it beeps. And then they let you through to the next bit. I suppose it's one way of making sure everybody sees the pandas. Another set of people moved along. Getting closer. There they get the first section. There's yet another queue over there. So they section you all the way along. I guess on a good day the pandas are outside, but none of them are outside, so there's no benefit to any of these sections except that one inside, which is where they are. Finally made it to the coveted minute points. So we've got these in front of us. And there are like 5 of these, I think. And ordinarily the pandas would probably be visible here, but not today. But I'm close now. At the last gate, pandas through this bit in less than 1 minute. There it goes. Oh God, isn't it? Well, they're not in this one either. Being big teased here. So close. Okay. Here comes the moment of truth. Here's our magical 1 minute. Oh wow, look. Amazing. we go. All of that waiting. And we saw one panda. At least we saw one. Because not everybody does, according to the signs. And said panda was enjoying some tasty foods. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad I got to see one. But that was a long wait. Huh. Penguins. Gotta love penguins. It seems like a solid time to say goodbye for the day. Zoo was very cool. There were a couple of bummers about the zoo. One was just how busy it was. And I think, honestly, today was probably not that busy a day. Overall, I got to see basically everything I wanted very quickly. A few times I had to wait, but it could have been a lot worse. But the pandas were crazy. I queued for the best part of an hour, and I saw one panda for like a minute, which when you think about it is pretty mental. But I'm still glad I did it. It's not every day you see giant pandas. In retrospect, I probably wouldn't have eaten there because I had a nice burger meal, very nice, very tasty. It cost twice as much as my entrance to the zoo, which is kind of funny, but it was really, really good food. But while I wasted time eating that, I could have been seeing more of the zoo, and a lot of it is actually closed by 4:30. So I missed out on quite a few exhibits, I think. Had I known that, I probably would have held off on the food for a little bit. But that's okay. I got to see the important stuff, you know, the tigers and the pandas and the elephants, and I didn't see the gorillas, funnily enough. I think they were all sort of inside their habitats. None of the viewing things allowed you to see them, at least not when I was there. So I'm quite content with my lot. But yeah, overall, Ueno Zoo took me 13 months and a couple of stalled attempts, but I finally managed to make my way in there. And it was really cool. But I'm going to call it there. And have a nice sleep. And tomorrow's another day. See you later. Morning everyone. It is my last full day here in Tokyo, Japan. And I'm feeling a little sorry for myself because I picked up some kind of eye infection or something, and my eyes all puffy and horrible. Doesn't feel very nice. As such, I'm not feeling at my photogenic best. And as of this moment, I'm plotting a course for my nearest Mackie D's, and I'm going to have a muffin to cheer me up. Well, that's the prayer anyway. I certainly hope I am there on time. But yeah, today is very much going to be get my last bits together, buy a couple of little bits for the folks back home that I've not got things for yet, and then go back home one final time. And then I'm leaving bloody early in the morning at like 3:30, 4 o'clock tomorrow morning, which is rubbish. And then making our way back to Shanghai, where hopefully they will not immediately quarantine me when they see the state of my face, because that's the kind of thing they do in Shanghai airports. So, wish me luck with that. Grubby lens. Ah, there I am. So I spent more than half an hour in a pharmacy with a translation app trying to buy eye drops. Finally found a shelf that had lots of eyeballs on it and figured this is probably the right place, and then started translating every single box until I found one that wasn't like antihistamine. That was just for like watering the eyeballs, keeping them moist. Finally found one. Then I had myself a Mackie D's. They did not have McMuffins, so either I was too late for breakfast or they simply don't do McMuffins. I don't know. I'm honestly unsure. So yeah, but having said that, I am now several kilograms heavier because I had a large chicken teriyaki fileto meal with a large fries and a large Coke and McNuggets as well. So that made me feel a little bit better. It's just gone midday and I have no real plan. I'm just walking into new and different neighbourhoods. So I'm feeling a little better for something to eat and some moisture stuff in my eyeballs. They feel a lot less dry now, which is nice. Hopefully it will help. As tends to be the case, wherever I am is wonderfully peaceful. And the loudest noise is the bonging sound I can just hear in the distance of the train crossing, warning people there's a train coming. It's just warm, peaceful and quiet. This stuff I will miss a great deal when I go home. The only time I get this level of peace is when I'm out in the countryside walking. It's crazy to me that I'm in Tokyo and that where I live in the UK is busier in general. Of course, it depends where you are, but it's still something I will miss. I did really like it. It's so quiet. I think one of the reasons it is so confusing to my brain is because ordinarily, to get this level of peace and quiet, your eyes are usually looking at countryside, fields, forests, etc. Or when your eyes see high rises and traffic and people, your ears usually expect noise. Whereas here, you get this unusual combination where your eyeballs are seeing all sorts of things going on, but there's not really a sound except for the odd siren here and there. I think that's what throws me so much. It gives you a real sense of calm. It's quite lovely, actually. That's something you just don't really get very often where I'm from. I've given myself something to do on my last day. I remembered that there's a singular tram left in Tokyo, sort of colloquially known as the Sakura line. And it's about an hour and a half away walking. I've used all of my notes and I've just got coins left, so I'm going to walk to the line and I'm going to do a few stops on the tram just to see what it's like. Seems like a beautiful day for it, and we should have some blossoms too along the way, so that'll be nice. That might cheer me up a little bit, stop me feeling sorry for myself on my last day. I need some help in that matter. I wonder what they sell. Curious. Time for a top up, I think. So, it's strawberry milkshake in a can. The clue is in that little bit there for us English peoples. I just had one of my battles with the locals again. It's always my habit to let cars and bikes go, but here they always let you go, so you end up having to stand off. Because I keep going, oh, there's a car coming, I better wait, but all the locals just keep going. So I got confused then, and so did the guy on the bike. I keep doing that to people. In other news, back to this. Milkshake in a can. Lush. Quite the steep slopes, this one again. You can always tell when they're really steep because they've got the round circles in the ground to help you with grip. I guess when it's snowing or anything like that. Yeah, steep stuff. Just came across the most unlikely architecture. Something I never thought I'd see in Tokyo. This is more in line with the kind of architecture I see. Have a look at this. Isn't that cool? That's really fun. Obviously much newer than it's implied to be. It's a fun facsimile of something older. That's really neat, huh? I like it. Ah, it's a beautiful sunny walk. I'm now minutes away from Waseda station. I'm going to see if we can get on the tram. Quite excited. As I'm getting used to now. I didn't go quite to plan because it turns out there are two different stations. One for the Totsu line and one for the one I'm going to. So another 10 minutes walk. I said earlier it was a style of building I didn't expect to see. There's another sort of English church vibes, that one. Interesting building. It's got an old school kind of look, but it's made of bricks. Curious. I found it. Sakura Tram. There it goes, look. So there we are. Tokyo Sakura Tram. Waseda. This is cool. The only tram in Tokyo. Neat, huh? From Minowabashi. I've got nowhere in mind. I just want to have a go on the tram. So that's what we're going to do. I don't actually know if you just use your Suica card the same way with the tram, because there's no barriers here or anything. So I'm genuinely unsure. I guess I'll just find out. Konnichiwa. Arigato.
私、LINE つなげました。
And there she goes. That was very cool. I just rode the entire line. It took quite a while. And as ever, sky tree in the distance. Right, let's have a wander around here. Minao Bashi.